Hey Dole, I'm here to ask you 73 questions.
73?
Give or take.
Sounds good, let's do it.
What's your name and where are you from?
So I'm Dual, that's a D-U-A-L, and I'm born and raised in Houston, Texas.
How would you describe your art in 3 words?
Colorful, abstract, energetic.
What does it mean to be Midtown Houston's first ever artist in residency?
It's a huge honor and I'm super excited to kick it off and hopefully set the bar really high for all the following artists.
What inspired your residency project, Urban Wild, Hidden Nature of Midtown?
It's heavily inspired by technology and the ever-changing of it. So I'm really been infatuated with 3D and a lot of rendering, and so augmented reality is essentially the next step that I want to introduce to my work.
What hidden parts of Midtown are you hoping to reveal through this project?
Oh man, Midtown has so much cool stuff, you know, so there's a lot of cool animals that you can randomly find around. There's a lot of cool plants around, and a lot of older buildings that are still around that I'm really into. So I'm going to try to take a little bit of all that and create something new.
You've said your inspiration comes from everything around you. What's something small you noticed recently that sparked an idea?
So actually I came across some architectural drawings recently, and that really inspired me to kind of take little bits of elements from that and introduce it into my work as well.
What do you hope people discover when they slow down and look closely at your work?
I really want people to kind of find their own roadways and own kind of little pathways in the work. I definitely like reference things, but to me the goal is for people to kind of find their own images and their own things in it.
Your work includes hidden imagery within abstract structures. What's one hidden detail people should look for in your work?
Botany. I'm super infatuated with plants, so it's almost impossible to not see some sort of botanical elements in my work.
How do bold color and movement shape the way people experience your work?
I think it's very uplifting, you know, having color and a lot of energy. It's hard to look at something like that and feel down and sad. And that's something I'm always thinking about when I'm creating work, of how to create uplifting work.
Your favorite color is pink, but you use the full spectrum. What does color do for your work?
I think not being afraid to use the full spectrum just kind of really complements a lot of the colors, and they contrast each other, and it just gives it a lot more communication and of course the energy, you know, with using all the colors.
What's your favorite part of creating a mural?
My favorite part in creating a mural, there's a lot of favorite parts in it actually. The researching kind of at the beginning is a part that I really like a lot, and then of course the actual painting part to me is probably my favorite. To me it's now become almost like therapy, so when I'm in the groove it's just, I'm not really thinking about anything else other than just painting.
What's the hardest part of creating a mural?
Starting. I would say probably starting is always the hardest part. You know, sometimes the clients have put a lot of trust into you, and that can be difficult at times. Sometimes just planting a little seed could be a huge help.
What's one tool or material that you can't live without in the studio?
Tape. Yeah, I'd have to say tape. Since I use it to mask off my paintings and then it becomes these new tape collage pieces, it's definitely become an important part of the studio.
It's great that you said that. Tell us a little bit about your tape collages. How did that process begin for you?
So I think it was about 2012 or 2011. I started to use a lot of tape in my paintings to mask off the edges from the aerosol to contain it, and I started keeping the tape on the walls. And one day I just happened to look at a few items on a desk and it looked like a little still life, and then I looked up at the tape on the walls and I was like, well, those are the colors. What if I just start ripping it and cutting it up? And before I knew it, it was created this new way of making new art out of recycled material.
During this residency, what does your studio become for you?
So for me, having this spot is really, I really want to concentrate on it being more of a lab for me, to be able to really experiment with the 3D rendering and the augmented reality. I'll also be using it a lot to still create tape collages and some smaller paintings, but the focus definitely goes on technology.
Why did you want to use the studio as a laboratory for experimentation and growth?
So this spot worked out really perfect being in Midtown. You know, it's connected to a lot of things. Already having another studio space where I do primarily painting there, I definitely wanted this one to be more techy and more of a lab. So, we've got the computers and we've got the screens, and it's just kind of more focused around technology. Y'all want to go get some coffee?
What's the story behind the mask?
So to me, the mystery is a big attraction, and having originally coming from graffiti, a lot of the people that do it keep their identity under wraps. So to me, I just love the anonymity.
What made you want to teach yourself 3D rendering?
I've always been a type of artist that's never really content with doing the same thing over and over again. So when the introduction of 3D rendering and me recently getting a 3D printer, I started to experiment and use it a lot more.
What excites you about bringing augmented reality into your existing art practice?
It's technology. Just like I said before, always being infatuated with technology, I'm just really excited to create this new layer that the viewer will be able to experience, through augmented reality.
What does it mean for you to be the first person to create a Midtown augmented reality mural?
And again, I think that's just an honor to be able to do that, but also I just see it as very important because I hope that it inspires and influences other artists to use technology to push their work as well.
What does public art mean to you?
Public art is a must. It's important. I always say I would never want to live in a city that didn't have public art, because it's like a way of expressing yourself. It's artists being able to show how they're feeling, how they think about stuff, how they view the world.
Why is it important for people to see the creative process in real time?
Because I think that probably doesn't really happen a lot, You just always see the finished products. So I think it's important when the viewer gets a little glimpse of how was it made, how was it created, what was used, how long did it take, All that is kind of like the magic behind work. So I think when you get to see that, it's really important.
How do you hope this residency opens the door for conversation and curiosity?
Well, I hope by using technology and adding this new layer to my work that it's going to spark, open up new eyes and kind of create new ideas and new opportunities for my work.
What do you hope younger creatives take away from your work?
I hope that they're just inspired, and I hope that they just really want to push whatever art form it is they use and just really take it and try to create the best and biggest thing you can with it, so that it continues to grow for other artists behind them.
How do you hope this project makes the space feel more alive or welcoming in Midtown?
Just adding public art to anywhere I think is going to, create more of an attraction, and I'm really looking for it to be a landmark spot for Midtown since it's its first augmented reality mural.
What makes Houston such a strong source of inspiration for you?
Having been living here my whole life, I've met so many people from all over parts of the world, all over parts of the United States. I think Houston is like a true melting pot, and so I think art and all kinds of stuff gets inspired by that, which is awesome.
Bike ride or late night adventure?
Ooh, I love both, but let's go bike ride.
Where do you find your best inspiration?
Everywhere around me. I'm constantly taking in stuff around me, plants, people, patterns, textures, all kinds of stuff is inspiring.
We heard Tuesday Hoops is locked in. What does basketball give you creatively?
It's just another form of therapy for me, actually. I got a great group of guys that we get together once a week, sometimes twice if we're lucky, and we get to play hoops on Tuesdays. It's friendly competition, a way to keep yourself in shape, and just having fun.
What's one word you hope people associate with your residency?
Inspiration.
What should people look for when they see your mural?
I'm always trying to hide little elements in there, so I'm hoping that they can just let themselves dive into it and get lost in it and maybe find new things that I didn't even create. Appreciate you.
How can people find you?
On Instagram, I'm dual_streets, and my website is www.dualstreets.com.
Finish this sentence. Midtown is...
everything.
Finish this sentence. Art should make people.
Question themselves.
Finish this sentence. When people see my work, I hope they feel.
Super happy.
What's next for Duel?
I'm gonna continue to push this technology and just keep trying to learn it and get better at it, and just keep trying to create new ways for people to be able to take in my work.